to explain to us why we must stop watching pornography and masturbating. It is very, very crucial to understand the dynamics of being addicted to pornography and masturbating. Masturbation is beyond the act. Is the way you good evening everyone. Is the way you medicate your pain. Is the way you soothe yourself. I'm going to come down to us in a very, very simple form, because I don't want to complicate matters, and I want people to really understand the dynamics of what I am going to be talking about here. Masturbation is an act that we develop over time, and that is why I said it is addiction. Addiction is something you do without thinking about it. It becomes a reflex action. It's like an autopilot. It's like, some of us, we have some habits that we've built over time that has become our second nature. Some eases as their second nature. Some just get angry for no reason, and they're asking themselves, so why did I get angry now? It has become part of them. Some is just drinking. Even when they don't feel like drinking, they drink because it has become their second nature. Some, they gamble like that. Some, they just get into some behavioral attitude that at the end of the day, they get stuck. They find it difficult to detach. They find it difficult to come out of it. They are stuck in it. And they can be stuck in it for life. Addiction to pornography and masturbation can be an addiction that would destroy your health, your wealth, your happiness, and the happiness of your children. And that is why I'm passionate about this particular issue. You've noticed that in the last 4 weeks I've been promoting, shouting, telling everybody it's a battle that must be won. It's a pandemic. The whole world is in the global village called the internet, and because we have access to our various devices privately, it has made it terrible. When we were growing up, we watch our various screens in the living room with our parents, with our guardians, even with our siblings. Now, with a little device in your hand, you can go everywhere, watch anything that is not even building your mental health. And that's why it has become a thing of concern that out of 20 people, young adults, male and female, you will have at least 10 being stuck in watching pornography or masturbating. The most mysterious part of it is people that are doggedly deep in religion, they know the implication of masturbating, sex. They know that it's not going well with their conscience. They can't be proud of it. They can't say it out. But they are stuck. They are in it. And they're looking for a way out. And they assume that there is no way out. They assume they cannot come out of it because it has become the next second nature. I said getting addicted to pornography or watching pornography or masturbating can actually become addictive like any other addiction. Gambling, stealing, lying, going to prostitutes and all of that. So it is beyond the act. The reason why you have to stop is you will be having an unrealistic expectations in your relationship. because those people you are watching on porn, they are not normal. They are not. It's not real. Some of them are under the influence of all sorts, drugs, all sorts of hard drugs. They go all the way to do some things that are not possible, that are not realistic. When you, if you are, some of you are listening to me, you've watched porn before, or you're still watching, you will see that the act itself, it's kind of animalistic, it's kind of barbaric, it's kind of difficult to comprehend that truly these people are portraying an unrealistic scenario in their body images. And this can allow you to start thinking about sex, acting sex, imagining sex, and of course, it basically will have a negative impact in your relationships. Can I say this to you? You cannot be deep in pornography and enjoy your relationship. Please take this to the bank, and this is the truth. And my worry is this: in the next 4-5 years, as people are getting addicted to drugs, marijuana, cannabis, it's also marijuana, crack, cocaine, and all of that, they are also getting addicted to watching pornography and masturbating. And let me say this to you: no one is addicted to one thing. There's always a secondary addiction. I've seen people that are addicted to watching pornography and masturbating, and they're on crack, they are on marijuana, they are on all sorts of hard drugs because of one thing. They are used to one addiction, and addiction will have a partner. It's like someone that is addicted to alcohol. The moment the person leaves the influence of or is under the influence of alcohol, is looking for a prostitute. So addiction has a twin sister or a twin brother. They go hand in hand. One addict is addicted to another thing. So it will affect your relationship. If you're addicted to sex, you're watching pornography, you are masturbating, you're drinking, you have an addiction, definitely you cannot be having a picture of the person you're watching on porn and think your wife or your husband is going to do the same thing. It's not possible. So you are having an unrealistic expectations in your relationship, and that is the danger of not being free from watching pornography and masturbating. Then number 2, of course, you will not be satisfied. You can't have it. No human being, none of your mates, none of your spouse, none of your person you're relating with, whether you're married or you're single, the person can never satisfy you again. Anybody that is involved in watching pornography and masturbating can never ever have an intimate relationship, because you are picturing your wife on the bed and you are picturing the other person that you are watching on pornography. Then of course it's going to harm that relationship, and your spouse will be wondering, what did I do? Who have I offended? I'm giving him my best, I'm giving her my best, but your best cannot be enough because the guy is deep and drenched in pornography addiction. So you are going to be dissatisfied. That is the reason why you have to deal with this monster. Take charge of what is killing you silently. Take charge of what is going to destroy your health, your wealth, your happiness in your relationship. If you keep masturbating, you keep watching pornography, one thing is sure: your spouse will never satisfy you. I've seen people, because of what I do, I help a lot of people to deal with their sexual addictions. I noticed something. Most people that are deep, consistently masturbating, they end up having erectile dysfunction. I've had men. When I started doing this promo, a lot of people came to me and said, "Ma, I couldn't have erection anymore because I was masturbating over time." Now the man is looking for children. He couldn't give his wife, or they couldn't have children. That's another challenge that comes in when you are watching pornography and you're masturbating. So you need to know, coming out of it, it is not a plan B. It has to be done now or never. if you are listening to me and you know that you are tired. Now, one thing about addiction is people that are addicted, they are always deep in denial. They don't take responsibility. I can tell you over 800 people showed interest, filled the form, aligned themselves with the program, but do you know there is only one person that has made a financial commitment? You know why? Denial. I'll be fine. I'll get over it. You know how many times you've told yourself times that number that I'm going to stop masturbating, I'll stop watching pornography, and you are still there, you find yourself in it again, and you're saying, oh God, what is this, or whatever. Hear this, and please, if you are watching me from your heart, please write it down. Nobody is free from any form of addiction in isolation. Let me say it again. Nobody is free from any form of addiction in isolation. You need a strong, solid support system to be able to break free from watching pornography and masturbating. If you only watch porn, some will say, okay, I only masturbate, I don't watch porn. Well, the picture is in your mind. Everybody masturbates to something. Nobody masturbates in isolation. You must have sat down to fantasize something that will take you to that place of watching pornography, or probably you've watched it before, or you stumbled at it somewhere. Especially children, they stumble at the picture of pornography, and before they know it, they are stuck in it. They cannot come out of it, and they just keep, the picture is registered in their mind, and consistently, they might not have access to that picture again, but they consistently watch pornography, and of course, they consistently masturbate, despite the fact that they've stopped, they've not really had access to the picture of what they watched before. And you know, one thing about the brain is pleasure sticks to brain. You get stuck in it before you know it. I'm bringing it down to a level. I don't want to be talking about the scientific, words that has to do with your brain and all of that. I want to let you understand it in a layman's language for you to know that your brain sticks to what is pleasurable, sweet, pleasant, something nice. When your brain tells you, oh, this is sweet, this is enjoying, this is nice, you find yourself gravitating towards that. So you understand one fact: if you keep yourself in this act, this addictive act, one thing is sure, you are going to likely at the end of the day have erectile dysfunction. That's one thing I have noticed about people that have been able to ask questions from. I've been able to crack them, and they said that because they were deep in masturbation, some of them are in their 40s now, 30s now, and they don't have erection anymore. Some are married and their wives are complaining, my husband does not have erection. Why? Because they are deep in watching pornography and they are masturbating. Once again, the reason why you have to stop masturbating is very simple. It's against moral standard. As a matter of fact, I had to go on the internet to check other religions, what is their take on watching pornography, and all of them says, the Quran says it's against the law of the Quran for you to watch pornography or to masturbate. Now the point is, it's against the moral standard you choose, or your profession of faith. What do you believe? What is the tenet of your faith? Now, at the end of the day, what happens? Your conscience keeps telling you you're wrong. You can't pray. Now, the point I'm making, I've said it multiple times. Would you get to your mosque? I'm not sure if other religion or other profession of faith come back to give testimonies. But probably you have to testify on Friday during the Jumite service and say, oh, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful to God. Yesterday, I actually masturbated deeply. Would you be able to say that? Or you come to church on Sunday and say, praise the Lord, everybody. I want to thank God because I masturbated all night. Would you be able to say that? Meaning that your conscience tells you, by your moral standard, that this is not something you can be proud of. That is the reason why you should do everything to be free from watching pornography and masturbating. Now, I was telling them that there's no one. I was telling someone, I said, there's no way you will not pay for therapy. Now, let me explain what it means. If you are sick naturally, you go to the chemist, what happens? You take analgesic. You don't ask the doctor to give you analgesic for free. You pay for your analgesic. Simple. Same, if you are told to do a surgery, what would you do? You go and pay for surgery. Same with pornography, masturbating, gambling, drug, any form of addiction needs treatment, and that treatment has to be paid for. Even if it's your family doctor, they will write prescription and tell you to go and buy medication. You get to the chemist, you buy medication and you use it. So it is not free. You can't be free. You cannot be treated by free, by not paying. Pardon me. You can't be treated by not paying. You can't be treated by not making a financial commitment to your healing, to your freedom, and to the winning of the battle that you are fighting. Watching pornography and masturbating has become a pandemic. It's something that, if it's not well handled, you're going to hand over the baton to your children. I've seen children that have helped in dealing with their addictions to pornography and they are masturbating, and I ask them questions. Where did you get this? How did you get the picture, the pornography picture? And some of them will say, I saw it on my daddy's laptop. I saw it on my daddy's phone. Meaning that the addiction you are deep in, if you are not careful and you don't address it now before you get married, especially some of you that are single, what is going to happen is you're going to hand over the baton to your children, and your children will hand it over to their children, and it becomes genetic. And let me say this, because addiction, any form of addiction, affects your marriage, affects your relationships, affects everything, meaning that it's not likely to have a home that you're going to be proud of and the children you're going to raise in a healthy way. And that's one alone is important for you to think about your future and tell yourself, this has to be dealt with. What you don't deal with will definitely deal with you. What about time? Some of you are complaining, oh, it's expensive to do therapy. If you are told that you need to take oxygen so that you will not die, your family will look for the resources. They will borrow everywhere to give you life. There's no price that is too high to pay, and to pay for your freedom from watching pornography and masturbating. Of course, what about the time that masturbation and watching pornography has taken from you? Time. When you think that is wasting your time, is wasting your life. Your time is your life. And I've seen a lot of people that have lost valuable, privileged information. I have a guy, I said it somewhere. This guy will sit before the computer, watch pornography, masturbate for hours. He will not do his work. His boss began to complain. Everything is losing it. Some children will be there, they're supposed to be reading, they are watching pornography, they are masturbating. Look at the amount of time you've invested in this monster, this addiction. You will know that part of your life is gone into it irretraceably. Time is life. Anybody that is wasting your time is wasting your life. Ask yourself, you don't have self-control, you are not disciplined enough. Everything is just pornography and masturbation has taken over your brain, has hijacked your life, and you don't have your life. I've seen people that will run to me and say, Ma, I don't have my life. I need to take my life. I need my life. I want to have my life. I need to take my life back. One of the reasons why you have to stop watching pornography and be free from this addiction is the addiction has taken over your life. The painful part of it is life is half spent before people wake up and say, wow, I've lost it, I've missed it. They've spent half of their lives before they realize how bad it is that they have put their strength, their energy into what is called pornography and watching pornography and masturbating. I'm intentional tonight just to encourage everyone to go back to your life and think about it and tell yourself, I cannot but deal with this thing because it's going to deal with me. Listen to me, anything you handle with levity, anything you handle with levity, is going to handle you with gravity, is going to mess you up, is going to destroy your wealth, your health, your happiness. I have seen people that are constantly depressed because they are watching pornography, they are masturbating. After masturbation, your spirit cannot be high. You cannot be at the peak, at the peak of your joy. You cannot be at the peak of your happiness. You cannot be excited about life because you are involved in masturbation and you are involved in watching pornography. So I'm going to encourage you now, as you have listened to this short time, it's just a few minutes. I am here to just encourage you, to motivate you, and to let you know that you cannot afford to do yourself this harm, this favor, unfairness by being comfortable where you are in this act that has ensnared your heart, ensnared your mind, ensnared your soul, and ensnared your body. You have to come out of it and be fine. And I have a good news for you. I have a lot of people that have been free. I can count so many men and women that have come out of this struggle and they have become a wounded healer. They have become someone that will always help other people to be free, and you can also be free. So send me a DM right away and let me let you know that we are coming in shortly. This Thursday is when we are starting our sessions for 2 hours. On Thursday we are starting. The date of that Thursday, let me try and confirm it to us so we know that we are not playing at all. You want to be free, you want to come out of this and become a wounded healer. It is possible. Let me confirm on the calendar and let you know that you can permanently be free. And after your freedom is on the 13th of July. That is next week Thursday. This week Thursday, that is the first session. It's going to be on Zoom. We're going to have a private time together. That's why we have to come together to deal with this thing. The time we're starting, the time should be okay. I think the time is 9 p.m., 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. It's going to be 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. We're going to have a good time. You are going to understand, why am I watching pornography? Who got me here? How did I find myself here? What happened? You will understand it clearly and you'll be able to help others. One of the things that this information will do to you and for you, you're going to help others to be free. It's possible to be free. It's possible to come out of it. And I'm going to be sharing my own experiences with you. And also we have professionals who are good. They are psychotherapists, they are psychologists. They are coming to teach us on how to be free from this monster. I call it monster because it's kind of embarrassing. Anything that you're doing that is above you, you cannot help yourself, is actually a bait, is a monster. You need to kill it before it kills you. I appreciate you once again for listening to me. Please share. I appreciate if you can tell everybody, share it everywhere on your various platforms. Why must I stop watching pornography and masturbating? My name is Ilifunke Adetuberu. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Thursday. Please register now. After registration, we're going to send you a Zoom link and you're good to go. Let me ask if there's any. Okay, so you still have from now till Wednesday to register. Of course, we're going to give you have till Wednesday evening to make your payment and definitely get yourself